Hey y'all, Shonda here. I just got out of a reading. I do body movement readings where I connect to people's ancestors and we talk about what's going on in their life, what's going on with their bodies, and what movements, what crystal healings, what herbs they may need to start incorporating into their lives for their wellness, their overarching healing, and how it's connected to what they're dealing with emotionally and what other wounds and things like that is connected to. And then we kind of put together workouts, we put together formulas that they can take with them moving forward. And something that came up in today's session that we got super excited about, and so I just want to share it with everybody. When we are doing spiritual healing, so when we are doing our movement, we're working with our herbs, we got our crystals going, we doing all the things. We are healing the wound spiritually, and we like, yes, yes, let's go, let's go, let's go. The other part of it that I have learned, and I'm actually like super excited to share with everybody, when it came up in today's reading, that Spirit and the ancestors was like, don't forget about this part. When you're doing that work and you're healing your body and you're healing those spiritual wounds, the other part of it and the other action step that we need to take is what we're thinking. So if we're healing our root chakra, we're working on lack and scarcity and forgiveness and compassion, we still have to reprogram the way we think about the way the world works, the way we think about ourselves, really. And I wanted to share with y'all, I think I've been posting, like, audiobooks has been my game changer. You understand me? It's great because I can boom boom, plug it in, I can wash the dishes, I can get things done. And I personally really like it because I like hearing the characters in my headphones. They be speaking in all their voices. I feel like I'm immersed in the book. I'm really like receiving the content in a different way. I love me a good paperback, don't get me wrong. But audiobooks have been my jam. And so I wanted to share with you guys a couple of resources that I have been just like diving and pouring into to really help shift my mindset with how I'm thinking about myself, with how I want to communicate with God's source and my ancestors and with the universe, and just what it is I want to see happen for my life. So rather than going, I'm gonna lay down with this rose quartz crystal, let me help me love people and love myself more. And then I lay down and I wake up and I'm still like, Now, healing happens over time. You're not gonna be fixed in one session. That's just not how it works. But what I'm learning is when you do that work, that inner work with the crystals, you also have to do the work with your mind as well. You also have to shift the way you are thinking about as well. So when you have the negative thoughts come up and you take that deep inhale and you exhale the negative thoughts out, you gotta have something that you're gonna replace everything with. So just like if you're working with your crystals or you're working with your ancestors, when you pull negative energy out and you pull stagnancy out, or if in general, if you got a wound and you treating the infected wound, you still have to put neosporin on it. You still have to put some type of ointment on it to help heal it, to get it brand new, right? To get it brand new. So this is what I'm learning that we have to do with our mindset to shift it as well. So an audiobook that game changer, and shout out to Ashlina Caposta because that's who put me onto this book. Okay, it is called You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay, and I love it because it is practical, easy peasy, 1-2. It's not all over the place. It's very like, this is the neuroscience behind you can reprogram your mind and shift your energy to start having different type of interactions with people, to start having a different relationship with yourself, with the way you think, with the way you talk to yourself, with the way you handle yourself. So then you can shift your perspective to have a whole different type of relationship to the world outside of yourself. So starting with the world in yourself to shifting the world outside of yourself just by the way you're thinking. And so I'm like, that in alignment with healing my wounds with my herbs, maintaining my energy with the way I dress, the colors I choose to paint my nails, the foods that I'm eating out of the earth, eating for intentional healing, my movement, my crystals, having all of that, working with my ancestors, and having all of that paired with that reprogramming of the mind, baby, game changer. Okay, so even if you're just somebody who wants to work on just shifting their mindset, You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. The other one was recommended to me by Melissa Jacobson. This book is called The Big Leap by Guy Richardson. Don't quote me on that, but it's called The Big Leap. All right, it's good. All right, so The Big Leap is that same thing. The Big Leap is all about your limiting beliefs. So it's all about how we self-sabotage ourselves when we get opportunities. We self-sabotage ourselves when we get these big opportunities, we get this big blessings, and then all of a sudden something happens and we like, see, I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it wasn't gonna work out. I knew it was too good to be true. We attracting those moments, we put those moments in our life and in place because there's a part of us that don't believe we don't deserve what we just manifested in our lives. And so the big leap is all about how we can operate in our lives, tap into what he calls your zone of genius. So your zone of genius is like what makes you you, what makes you special, and how are you operating and serving the world in that way every day? And how do you make that a non-negotiable for your literal existence? How do you make that non-negotiable for how you show up in the world, for how you show up for yourself, for how you show up for your community? So The Big Leap was another great audiobook for that. And the other book that I am currently reading is called Signs. So if you're someone that really wants to just look at signs and synchronicities when it comes to interacting with your spirit guides, interacting with your ancestors, like, hey y'all, send me a dragonfly if, you know, my grandmother is here, those different things. Signs, the book is literally called Signs. Signs is another book that was referred to me by a good friend of mine, Sarah, that I've really been enjoying. Like, I've been getting my book on, y'all, real life, okay? But those books have really, really been helping me with shifting into a positive mindset, as well as staying focused on what it is I want to call into my life, the vision I have for my life, and becoming very clear and very open to receiving everything that it is that I want for myself, for my family, and for my life. The other one is too, I've been taking courses with Ashlina Caposta. I love her podcast all day, every day. So if you are, especially for women, if you're someone that, especially for entrepreneurs, if you're someone that wants to shift the way they think, when it comes to how they manage their families, how it comes to managing your relationships, how it comes to managing your life, check out her podcast. It is the real deal. It is the truth. But she has courses as well where she really takes you through, it's called neuro-linguistic programming. And so for those of us who love journaling, boom, 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 this one is for you. It really helps you take your journaling to another level, where you can use your journaling as a tool for healing your mind, where you can use your journaling as a tool for working through your wounds and getting to the other side of it, where you get to positive thinking, getting to the other side of it where you can reprogram the expectations that you want to have for yourself, to where it becomes second nature with thinking. So for me, pairing this part now, this reprogramming, this way of thinking more positively, this way of looking at life with a whole different set of lenses, looking at how I manage my time, looking at my relationship to time, and having this beautiful foundation of ancestral connection, movement, herbs, and wellness and holistic living. It has truly shifted everything. So if you're someone who is already, maybe you're, is already on their healing journey, and you're doing one part and maybe not the other, or whether you're on like the journaling, reprogramming your mindset side, and maybe not on the working with your spiritual and energetic tool side, I'm telling y'all, the two combined, Game changer, game changer, game changer. And when it came up in today's session and we started putting them pieces together for her to get her healing and to get what she needs for her life moving forward, it was like, ooh, it was so good. It was like magic. And so I just got super excited because now she knows how to take better care of herself for her wellness. She knows what wounds need to be healed. And she has the physical tools to move it out of her body, to move it out of her spirit. And now they gave us our journal prompts. The ancestors gave us our affirmations. She now also has the tools to reprogram and reshape her mind in the process. And it's like, boom, done. We're here for it. So if you like audiobooks, you like books, y'all, get to reading, get your life, and I will talk to y'all soon.